Okay, you should have a piece to go inside your cabin, I'll call it. I've chosen to match the pattern that's inside here. So I'm going to use that. It should be 3 inches. 3 inches this way by 5.5 inches this way. Now your Tyvek, you've already measured that. That's 2 inches by 5 inches. What you're going to do on one side of your roof, the short side, you're going to measure 1 inch from here in. So from here this way, 1 inch, and from the edge in 1 inch. So 1 inch going this way and 1 inch going this way. Put some marks on your paper for that. Now what the next thing you're going to do, I'm going to lay that to the side. You're going to curve this before you put it on your cabin. So just take it and gently curve it like this, and hold it there a while so it will get used to that shape. Don't push it all the way because you'll crack it and crack the paper. So just real gently, about like that, just about like that, and then hold it there for just a few seconds, half a minute maybe, and then lay it to the side. Okay, you've done your measurement. Now only do that measurement on one side. You don't need on both ends, I should say. You don't need on both ends. Okay, now take your Tyvek and put your score tape on the Tyvek. Then take your Tyvek and put it, match up the folds, the center folds, and try to center it as best you can. Doesn't have to be perfect, it's just to cover it up. And glue that down like that. Now then, I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you the next thing. Okay, now that we've got our measurements, 1 inch in on both sides, and 1 inch up this way. We have the Tyvek on, we have the adhesive on the Tyvek and the pattern piece. Now take off the backing on one side of the fold. Don't take it off the other side yet. Once you have that taken off, you're gonna fold it in half on that fold. Lay the sticky part down onto the roof, the inside of the roof, and match it up with those marks that you've done. So 1 inch in from the sides and 1 inch up from the edge, and glue it down. Just like that. This is what it should look like. Just like this. You can fold it over. This part's not, we haven't taken off the backing off our tape yet. And here's the pattern piece on here. Alright, now grab your cabin, and now you can take off I keep wanting to say Tyvek. Take off the strips off your glue. Now then, this is going to fit right up against the fold, the edge of your wagon, right here, the edge of your wagon, is going to match right up, but right up against this fold right here. And then you're going to push this down and glue this onto the wall of your wagon. So let's do that now. I'm going to see it better if I do it this way. All right, there we are. And we have our roof now. Our roof is on, and we're just about ready to go. It's even. You can see that it's even on the sides. Now we're just about ready to go. Now we can put on our latch. However you're going to put it. If you're going to put it with our hook and eye, you can do that, and then that way you glue it, glue it like this, like that, okay? The little loop, you're going to put elastic thread through it. Elastic thread through it, and I'll show you what that is. You can get this at any sewing store, any craft store. It's just, this one is black. I think you can get it white. I'm not sure if you can get in colors, but I know you can get it in black, and I'm pretty sure you can get it in white. And it's elastic. It's covered elastic, and this one is black. What you'll do is you'll feed this through the little loops on your big loop. So you're going to feed this through here. You'll go in through here and then out through here like that. Just like that. That's how that's going to look. Okay. Pull enough of it that once you get this glued here, get this over here. Once you get this glued here, you're going to hook this onto it, and then you're going to glue the elastic up here on your roof. Right there. So I can get that in frame. Here we go. In frame. There we are. You'll have to center it. You can eyeball the center. Or you can measure it if you want to measure it. You can do that. You put this onto the edge of the roof. Let me move this over so you can see. Hope this is not too close, but put this onto the edge. Right here. Let me get it. Okay, now if I were to cut that off, and let me do that. That way you'll see how it's done. And I'm not fighting with it. Okay. Okay, you cut the ends off, and then put this onto the edge of the roof, right here, somewhere where you're going to latch it. And then that's going to give you room to pull this down and then hook it over your hook, which will be right here. So somewhere in this area you'll put your hook. Your eye part will come down like this, and you'll hook it in just like that. I hope you can see that, but that's the way basically it will hook up. Oh, I've got this upside down. Okay, it goes like that. Sorry. and then you hook it like that. Now I glue this down really good. If you don't want to see the glue showing, a lot of times it doesn't, but you can always put lace around here, or you can put a flower right there, which makes it a really nice decoration. Anything like that. Okay, what I did was I put a generous amount of hot glue right here on the hook. I'm also going to put some right across it. I put a generous amount underneath and I pushed it down in. Now I'm going to put some across it so that I'm sure it won't come off. Now, when you're working with this, if you don't want the glue to show, and usually it doesn't show that much, if you don't want it to show, put you a flower right there. Some kind of decoration. That'll not only help the appearance of the wagon, but it will also serve that purpose that you don't want that glue to show. But right now I'm going to show you how to finish this. I brought this over. I cut off the elastic piece a while ago, and I brought this over. I'm trying to get these two ends even. Okay, now I laid the hook, the eye of it right there. I brought the roof down and slid it over the hook. Then I brought this up until I want it as snug as I want it, and then I marked it where I wanted the glue to go, so that it will hold the top down snug but not too tight, because otherwise it'll just pull it right off after so long a time. So I now have a mark. You can't hardly see it because of the pattern of the paper, but I have it marked right here. I can't tell you exactly how far away because your measurements will be a little different than mine. Let me get in the center. Because of where you've put your hook and where you're going to put your eye and how long your elastic is. So now I'm going to take the elastic and go back through the eyes, and then I'm going to get my hot glue ready, and I'm going to glue these on. Yeah. My fingers are not wanting to work today. They were a little swollen this morning and really stiff, so they're not wanting to work too good today. I'll get that yet. There we go. You know, if you're careful, and I was trying to be careful, but still, if you're more careful than what I was, you may not get burnt, but more than likely, if you make one mistake or don't know where the glue is, that's what'll happen. Okay. Now then, I'm going to take those two ends, and because I'm kind of limited here, maybe I can do this. Yeah, okay. Now then, I'm not so close to the camera that it's going to blind you. Alright, my marks are... So now I'm going to take the two ends, line them up again, and glue those down right there on that mark. Okay, now I'm going to glue it in right here. Okay. I'll make sure it doesn't come off. Okay, we're getting close to being done. Until you're ready to decorate your wagon. Now you want, about this time while we're doing this, you want to think about if you want a little fence around your wagon, and what areas would you like the fence if you're going to put a fence up. Now, I think they make them look nice. I really like the fences. You can make them of solid material, paper, not material like material like fabric, but you can make them of solid, let's say, cardstock, because you can't really use paper on that. It won't hold up. Chipboard, you could use chipboard. That works nicely. Poster board works nicely. And a stiff cardstock. I really like stiff cardstock. That's what I put on my wagons. Okay, we're almost ready. Now, on some of my wagons, I've put it only on the front, or just the back. Well, no, I don't just put it on the back. I put it all the way around, or just on the front. I don't put it on the back by itself. Okay, I think that's fairly dry. All right, now, okay, yep, no, okay, it did good, it did good. There we go. And it's holding really good. All right, now then, on this, you can put a flower here or cover it with lace. I'm going to cover mine with lace. And it'll be like a fluffy lace. That's going to be pretty. You don't have to do anything at all. You can put just a little flower there if you want, or leave it as it is. But I think I'm going to put lace, and then I'm going to put a flower on each side. So there's that. Now then, one more thing. Grab your base with your wheels. Okay, the part that wheels are farthest away from the front edge here, let me get in. Okay, you've got two and a half, I think it is, or 2 1/4 inches from here to here. This is the front of your wagon. The more narrow part is the back of the wagon, unless you want it the other way. It's your wagon. Okay. What we're going to do is on the bottom, move that over a minute, on the bottom of your cabin, you're going to glue all of this. So I'm going to put I think I'm going to use hot glue on mine. Then push it down onto the wagon, like so. So that's how it's going to go. There's the front of the wagon. You can see how it extends out. This is the back of the wagon. It doesn't stick out as far. When I put mine on, I kind of balance it over evenly above the wheels. So it doesn't, you really don't have to measure it if you don't want. That gives you a little porch on the front and a little bitty porch on the back where luggage or whatever like that would be. And so on the front, on the porch front, you could put a chair. I put a mailbox, a little hat, baskets of fruit, whatever you would like. Now I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do is mark. I'm going to stand this up, and then I'm going to mark where this is evened onto the wheels. This is where the cabin is going to go. I've got that a little crooked. I'm going to have to, yeah. That gives me a good idea of where, whether it's straight or not. And so some of this I'm going to have to just kind of straighten it up a little bit. So that is even with the notch in the wheels. So that's where my that's where that's going to go. And then it looks like it's, yeah, even right across here. Okay. Right here. I'm going to take this off. Alrighty. Now that's not going to show because the cabin will be over it anyway. Okay. Now I'm going to put my hot glue down. Get me another stick, and then I'm going to glue the base. I mean the base with the cabin. Okay. I'll be right back. Alright, I thought I'd show you, I took it off my tripod, and I thought I'd show you a little better how the cabin looks, the wagon on the on the base. I'm sorry, the cabin on the base. Okay, this is the side view. You can see that there's a porch right here. It's fairly even with the wheels, a little back, but it's even with the, I don't know if we can see that. Okay, it's even with the, right here, right there, with the axle holder. And here's the back. Okay. Here's the other side. And you can see that the clip is holding nicely. I don't have it straightened up, but there we go. Okay. Now then, this is the front, and there's the door. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our steps on, and our fence. And then we can get into the decorating. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, girls, what I've done next is just glued the, so if I can get up, here we go, glued the staircase, the stair steps, onto the van. All you do is slide the top piece underneath, let's see if I can, hold on, underneath here, let's see if I can get it, where are we at, there we go, underneath here, and glue it to the bottom part of the base. And I used hot glue this time because I think hot glue will hold it quicker and a little more firm than the score tape. In fact, I know it will. So that's what I did. I glued that onto there. That's all you do because you've already assembled your stairs, and all you do is glue it onto the bottom, and that's that. Now then, the next thing is the fence. And to get the fence, you're going to need either a punch, a paper punch, if you're going to do a deep cut fence, or a solid fence. Let me go get my deep punch and paper punch, and I'll be right back. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is the fence on the wagon. I decided to put it all the way around. There was some imperfections at the bottom, not much of anything, but at the bottom of the wagon, and I just didn't want that to show. So what I did was I put the fence all the way around the wagon, and it butts up with the bottom of the base. I'll show you. You can see it goes right to the edge of the bottom of the base, and it does that all the way around the wagon. Now I had to cut it in pieces, but that doesn't show that much, and you can always cover it up. So this is what it looks like when it's all the way around the wagon. When I got to the steps, of course I left an opening here for the steps, and then I went on around, and there is the rest of the fence. Now, for now, I could stop here and let you go on and do your own thing, but I think I will show some of the lace and some of the decorations I put on. But you can do your own decorating if you don't want to do it like I do. But you just want a few tips, then you can follow along. If you want to stop from here on, that's up to you. Now also, if you do not have, I want to show you the, if I can get it up close, right here, you can see that this is not a deep cut punch. I just did the top border. I thought I had it, and I started punching, and then I thought, oh, this is the wrong one. But I decided to finish it because I really like it. And I'm going to decorate something along here. This is a deep cut punch. And this is what, hope you can see that, maybe, Martha Stewart puts out. I like this one. It unfolds. It's hard to do this one-handed. I don't have it in the tripod. But it unfolds, and this is what it looks like. Let me see if I can get a better, there we go. We can get in a better view there. I really, really like this one. I use this one a lot on a lot of things. Cards, you name it, whatever I want to decorate mostly. Now, I do have another one I like, and it's very similar to that, except it's not a deep cut. Let me reach over and get it. This is the one I have now. Now, this one doesn't fold up like the other one on the sides because it's not quite that long. But it is the one I have on the wagon now, and this is what it looks like. Let's see if I can get a better angle. There we go. Okay, now that's just at the top, and it only measures down the decoration. Where's my ruler? Okay. It will cut down to 1/2 inch. Can you see that? It will cut down to 1/2 inch. Now the deep cut will cut to 1.25 inches. So let me see if I can get this up here and you can see that. Let's see. There we go. Can you see that? I don't know, it's not coming up too good, but you'll just have to take my word for it because I can't really get it in a good focus. It's 1.25 inches though. Sorry about that noise. I have this on glass and sometimes it gets noisy. Now, if you decide that you don't want that deep of a design on your wagon fence, you can use the smaller ones. This is another one I have, and this is the design it is. Can that focus in? Yeah, there we go. Actually, it's a heart. I think I have it upside down. There we go. Yeah, there it is. I don't want it to blur. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and this, I like this one too. But now, if you don't have a border punch like these are, and you have just a single one punch, you can do that as well. You don't have to have it all along the edge, although you could do that as well. You could take it and maybe put it in the center, up at the corner, each corner. Do it like that, under the window, wherever you think you would like to have that done. Okay, now that's the idea on that. Well, I guess the next thing I'm going to do is the decorations. So if you're done with this part of the wagon and you're going to just go ahead and decorate it yourself, then I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was a long one, but that's about all I have except the decorations, and I will be doing that, and I'll show how to do that. But thank you so much, so very much. I appreciate all of those who have come along with the tutorial and who will continue to watch. You don't know how much that means to me. It really means a lot. With a person just starting out and the way YouTube is doing, you kind of get discouraged, but I didn't want to do that. I did not want to get discouraged. I've wanted to do this for a long time. If I don't get monetized, then I just don't. I will enjoy putting videos up. Maybe in the future, YouTube will change their mind again. And who knows? It may help the little creators. And if it does, that will be great. And we can pray for that. We can pray for that. God can change the minds of kings. That's in the Bible. So, if you like this, please hit the like button. Hit that little like button below. And leave a comment. If you want to see a tutorial on something, then by all means leave that in the comments as well. I will do my very best to make a tutorial on that for you if I know how. I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. All you have to do is hit that button, and every once in a while look at my videos if you like them. And I guess I will see you again. All right, have a great day and God bless you.